To be is righteous. Sustenance of being is righteous. Defense of being is righteous. Freedom of being is righteous. A record of being is righteous. I.R.S. Inalienable Rights Surveillance.
Okay.
I mean, again, I don't, I told them that I find people interesting and I just want to record what
Like a
people do.
videographer, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't, everything that's out here is pretty
Public.
much public.
Yeah.
So I tried to explain to her that, her car is viewed by many cameras every day if people have cameras in their cars,
Right.
or they drive by a business that has a camera outside, it'll catch your license plate and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, nothing about her car is private if it's sitting in a public
Okay.
spot.
Yeah, I'm just coming out here just to check and make sure. You don't know anybody that works here or anything?
No. I mean, it started because the people at the dog place had their window open and they were grooming the dogs, and I like dogs, so I walked over and was filming the dogs and grooming the dogs, and she didn't like that. So again, that's where it started. And then the lady at the pizza place, I don't know what her beef is, because again, I mean, she's just sitting in her car. I was just videoing all the pizza people coming in and out, remarking that they were pretty busy, it looked like, and had a good business.
Okay.
So maybe you can let them know that, that I'm not trying out here to hurt anybody, and that, filming is not a
No, you're absolutely right.
a threat. It shouldn't be considered a threat to anybody. So if anything, it just, keeps people honest.
I got you.
So,
I completely understand.
well, yeah, I know.
So what I will say is that, I mean, if we get enough complaints and people start signing citizens' complaints, the worst that could happen is that we may have to do a disturbing the peace, which could result in a citation or some jail time.
Okay, well, you do understand.
And that's if you start arguing with people, and because they said you've been arguing with them. And
well,
stuff.
I mean, again, I was just trying to have the same kind of discussion
Right.
that you and I are having.
I see.
And so if you tell me you don't like something, that you don't want me to do something,
You're going to do it more.
no, I'm not going to do it more. I'm going to ask you, why is what I'm doing,
Right.
how is it hurting you?
I think some people just don't like being on camera.
Okay, but that's not really telling me anything. It's
Right.
not really telling yourself anything. You have to think
Right.
about why simply because if I just walked up there and looked in the window, I mean, they
Yeah.
had the drapes open, so anybody walking by could look in the window, right? So I mean, just looking in there was okay, but as soon as you record somebody, again, the only thing I can see is that if you are doing something you shouldn't be doing, then maybe by it being on record, then some harm could come from you to you, because only something bad could be shown. You know what I mean? But if
Right.
everything you're doing is on the up and up, then you being recorded doing it, there's no harm that can come to you from that.
I understand. So I'm going to ask you before I go talk to them.
This is a First Amendment protected activity. So
You're right.
Anything you were to do to violate my right to do that would be violating
I understand what you're saying
my
completely.
civil rights.
I completely understand, and I'm on your side here too.
A disturbing the peace citation, you better be careful about it, that I'm actually breaking that disturbing the peace law.
Right, and I would be. I'm not. I don't want to jail you wrongfully.
So I mean, again, if me discussing things like this is disturbing the peace, then
So let me cut you off real quick. So would you be willing to leave the property of your own just so that you don't argue with them?
Again, I understand that this parking lot may be private property.
Yeah.
And because they are owners of
They can trespass you.
yeah, I mean, they could trespass me, but they would have to be the ones that would do that.
Right, and I'm about to go talk to them and see if that's what the road they want to take. But before I do that, I was going to ask, are you willing to leave on your own? Or are you?
I'm only willing to leave if
trespass you.
somebody trespassed.
Okay.
Because again, I don't, that's going to look, if this does get posted somewhere, that's
Right.
going to look bad on their business, that they are, charging somebody with a crime, basically, simply because they are exercising the First Amendment. Right?
Well, trespassing is not really a crime, or trespassing you is not a crime. If you come back and trespass, then that is a crime.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But also, you got to respect their right as a property business, running a business.
The problem here is that they are
to
one
want you gone.
business among many in this parking lot. So, I mean, for one business to trespass me, then that means that I would,
you would be limited to the parking lot of the Shell station here, the CAT station there, which is where you start seeing the vehicles parked. All these parking spots here
again, it would be different. You know what I mean? You would somehow somebody would have to draw me out an exact line to say, yeah, you stepped across
and we'd be willing to tell you that as well.
And it's trespassing because, again, this parking lot serves.
Okay, just speak to this officer here, and then I'll be back. I'm going to go talk to them and see what they want to do, okay?
Okay. Well, I've just spoke with you. Why do I need to speak?
Because we're not done with you yet. We need to see if we need to trespass you or not. So guys, so he's not breaking any laws, but you guys do have rights too, so I need to ask, do you guys want him trespassed from your property?
Yes.
Okay. And
my driver's pretty okay.
Okay, so I know you guys have all this parking lot here by the ice machine. What else? Because I know your property's pretty close, because if he gets trespassed, he'll probably go hang out there by the Shell station and record from the front of their business. So
just as long as he's not like in the
way
and like in our
okay.
The back parking thing too.
Yeah. And how far down this way do you guys have?
It's just to this door right here.
To that door?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, I'll get him trespassed for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
I had called. Is he allowed to do that?
So he's not breaking any laws, but he is asked by them to be trespassed. Anybody who
same here, because I'm the one that called you.
Which one? Okay, which one are you?
The filthy pooch.
Which one?
The filthy pooch right there.
Okay, is it this next business right here?
Yeah, because he was literally standing in the window.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, are you recording? I said, okay, could you not do that? You didn't ask our permission.
Right. So in Oklahoma, he is allowed to record where there's not an expectation of privacy. So he wouldn't be able to like record you in your home through a window.
Yeah.
However, if you're having a private conversation with somebody and he's recording that could be considered wrongful, because you have to have consent of at least one person involved in the conversation. If he's not in the conversation, then that would be unlawful. But so you're just this next one right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where they're standing.
Oh, okay. And where does your parking lot start and end?
I guess it would be this whole part here, and we park out here too.
So these parking spots right here, up to how far? Because he's going to stand on the edge if I trespass him from here, so I kind of got to be specific. He's like that, yeah.
Oh boy. So you guys know him well?
No, actually, this is the first time I've dealt with him, but he made it clear that he's not going to really want to leave, but I can at least keep him off your guys' area.
Yeah.
I would also record him too if you see him kind of encroaching in your area.
I took a picture of him because I said, can you not record us? You didn't ask us.
Yeah, once we trespass him, just if you notice him at all taking a step, try to get a photo of it, because he'll try to argue back. But if you have a photo of it or a video or something, then we can arrest him on that. So, how far down this way do you guys go? Until this next door?
The handicap.
The handicap spot.
I mean this whole area, because this is her mom and her dad's place right here.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I mean the whole strip.
Okay.
Really.
How about any of those over there?
Yeah. The adjoining ones, the ones across.
Okay,
yeah.
but not to the end where that post office box is, or okay. Just these in front of the store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just directly in front of both.
Okay, guys, I'll get him trespassed for now, and we'll go from there. Hopefully he'll kind of stay away and realize there's not much to be recording here anyway. So, but I'll go get him trespassed. Okay. Sir, at this time you will be trespassed from Domino's property. I can explain where that is in a minute. I do need to see your ID so that I can properly trespass you.
Okay.
If you can provide that to me, please. Okay. How about your name and date of birth?
No, can't provide that.
Okay.
So.
All right, sir. At this time, then, you'll be placed under arrest for obstruction.
No, I'm just going to leave
So
now.
no, and you're not. You're not free to go. Drop your camera.
No. Sir.
Don't tense up. Relax,
Sir.
Stay relaxed. I'll be careful with your camera.
Sir,
I promise.
I got to get I get a
Let go.
warning first. You
Let
got
go.
to come and tell me that I
Let
was
go.
properly trespassed.
I'm not asking.
And
Grab his
then
arm.
I have a chance to leave. I get a chance to
No,
leave
you do not.
once I've been told I am properly
No, sir.
I get a warning. I get to be
No, you
told
do not,
that
sir.
I
You don't make the rules, sir.
Because nobody there told me.
Sir, like, are you careful?
Nobody there told me, sir, that I was not allowed to be here.
Well, that's where we were getting to, sir. But then you
That's
refused
why
to
I-
identify. You're supposed to identify
you
with
said you
trespassing.
were going to go in and ask. to
Yes,
see
and I came
if
out here and told you that
if
you
I
were.
was going to be trespassed.
You were, and I was explaining that to you. I need your ID to trespass you. You did not provide. So now you're
Okay.
obstructing.
I was never.
Do you have any weapons
trespassed
or narcotics or
because I
anything
was-
illegal on you, sir?
I was never told that I was never actually told I was trespassed
Go
until
over
he
here,
came
sir.
out and said that I was trespassed. So I had a right to then actually leave at that point.
No, that's not how
Nobody
that
ever
works.
told me that I could
You were
not
being
be
officially
here.
trespassed.
Sir, I'm
you did
afraid
not
I'm
provide.
very much wrong with the way the law works.
Okay, well, you're welcome to have your day in court if you'd like to argue it, sir.
Sir, you're not allowed to reach into my pocket.
Yes, sir. I
No,
am.
you're not.
You're under arrest, so I can
No,
reach
you're
into
not.
your pocket.
No, you're not. You're not allowed to reach into my pocket.
Like I said, you'll have your day in court. For now, I don't want to hear any arguments.
A Terry search to make sure I don't have weapons, but no, you're not allowed to reach into my pockets. Sir, I was never actually told that I could not be on the property. That's why you went in there to ask them if they wanted me to be trespassed, right? So then you needed to come out and say
I'm not going to
yes,
argue with you.
they did not want you to be on the property, and then I would have a chance to leave. If I did not leave at that point,
We're past
then-
the point of arguing
then I
now.
would be trespassing.
So you should save your breath for your day in court, sir. Have a seat. All the way, sir, or else we're going to have to force you in.
I'm
22 telephone.
Go ahead.
I've got one. 90's good. Well, your run 44 is on a Joshua Henson. Date of birth 8/15 of 78.
Okay.
You have a car out here? You see a Mazda or a Chevy?
Oh, there's no, that's a Domino truck. It's from right here.
Right. I better open the trunk.
You got the camera in the trunk? I'm still.
Yeah.
I
Okay, that's fine up there then.
think I got it turned off.
The car guy is a male subject that seems pretty irate. He's slamming the door and he's hauling around.
All right, I'll be
He knows his
heading out.
306. He's wearing blue jeans and a blue shirt.
Where's that?
725 North Bonita.
Can you pull up the trespassing law? Because I really think you're making a mistake about how the trespass works.
22 telephone.
Go ahead.
I'll be 10:15, one adult male to 10:19.
Okay, negative 44, 43 pounds.
Okay.
That's why I was saying I would need to know exactly where I would not be allowed to go and all that.
Yes, sir. I was explaining that
That's
to
why I
you.
needed, if you're going to trespass me, I needed to know all those
Yes, sir.
I would not actually be trespassing. Does that make any sense to you?
Mr. Henson, correct? Kenneth? Okay.
That's why I was asking you, where exactly am I going to be trespassed from?
So
Well, I need to find all that out.
Listen, can I speak? May I speak, please? May I speak? You're being arrested right now for obstruction, not for trespassing.
No, I have a right to then leave the property.
Well, to trespass you, we need to put your name on file. Okay? To do that, we needed you to identify yourself. If you didn't have your ID, that's fine. But I at least needed your name and date of birth. So when you refuse that command, then you are by then obstructing an officer.
So I was under arrest already, if that is what you're saying.
Well, I placed you under arrest after you refused to identify yourself and cooperate.
So again, to refuse, I have to have committed a crime first, and then refuse.
Well, you're refusing an officer's lawful command.
No, I did.
Trespassing.
I had not committed a crime.
Listen, man. I understand.
I have to tell you my.
Listen, I'm going to be straight with you here.
Unless I actually have committed a crime.
Hold on, let me speak. I'm going to be straight with you here.
I had not committed a crime.
I said let me speak.
I have been told that I
Okay.
would not be on that property yet.
You're going to let me speak?
I mean, you got me under arrest, dude. So, you know.
My man, are you going to be silent so I can speak?
197, that's going to be Northbrook Apartments, number 306.
Okay. So, I have a feeling that
He didn't give me the name of the apartments, but he did say 306.
you probably were expecting law enforcement, and that's what you were probably trying to get. You seem like one of those guys who records those videos on YouTube.
Well, yeah.
Audit the audit or whatever.
You are very correct.
Okay.
The fact that I am somebody who wants.
So you're provoking.
Rights to be respected.
You're bothering people in public.
Follow the law.
You're bothering people in public.
Okay. Well, again.
And then you're refusing lawful commands.
A First Amendment protected activity.
Because you're hoping to get a reaction like this.
Harassment. You cannot charge me with stalking for
I do not plan to charge you for any of those.
Well, again, there's no what crime did I do? I was not disturbing anybody by performing a First Amendment protected activity. You are not living up to your oath to protect the Constitution.
Well, you're welcome, sir. You will.
Saying that I was, I mean, your excuses are now that.
I don't have an excuse.
So I deserve to be put in handcuffs.
No, that's an observation. That's not an excuse.
Huh?
What's your excuse?
Do you think that that's justified? Do you think that one is equivalent to the other? Really?
I didn't.
Bothering somebody deserves to be.
I did not arrest you. I did not arrest you because you were bothering people. I did not arrest you because you were bothering people. I was called to the scene because you were bothering people.
Who was bothering who? I was simply exercising my First Amendment right. So when somebody was out to tell me to stop doing what my First Amendment right, who was bothering who?
Would you like me to explain to you the proper sequence of events that should have occurred? Yes, sir. Here's my ID. Okay. You are now formally trespassed, Mr. What was your last name? Kenneth. Mr. Kenneth, you are now formally trespassed.
No.
I was going to point out the area where you would be trespassed from. You're welcome to stay on the outside of it or on the other businesses.
No. The way it works.
And you would have went about your way.
You are trespassed from this area. Here's the delineation.
That's not the issue.
If you come back again into this area, you will be trespassing at that point.
Mr. Kenneth, that's not the issue.
And then we can determine your ID.
That's not the issue, Mr. Kenneth.
They know what I look like. They know what I look like. So if I were to come back, they would know it was me on their property. They don't have to have my name to know that I'm back there.
Let me put this scenario to you. Say you trespassed. I wouldn't expect that you would do this, but say you trespassed, and then you got in your car and left. How would we know who you were, where you went, where you lived to file a warrant for you for trespassing? We would not know any of that, right?
Well, I mean, again, either way, you'd have to catch me. So even if
we had your name, we could see where you lived.
It would just be their word against mine, unless they had a camera like I had.
Right.
To document.
And I did advise them to do that in case you trespassed again.
So I mean, again,
we're beyond that though, so no point in arguing about that. You are trespassed from the Domino's property and also from the dog grooming shop next door, by the way. So I do have your name now, so I will put it in the system, and you understand I can explain the property lines to you if you'd like. I was explained to it by management.
I was obstructing when I was
Refusing to identify, sir.
I'll find back now.
Step out, please, sir. I'll bring your property in just a moment. Let's go in first. And by the way, I will not tamper with any of your devices. If you'll walk around there and have a seat on the silver bench, please, to the right.
I prefer to stand.
Okay, you may stand right there by the silver bench, facing that camera behind you.
People just north of us, right? We all discussed each other earlier.
Hello.
Hey.
Would you be willing to answer some medical questions for your detention here? In case you have some kind of a medical emergency, we need to know if you have any medical conditions. Okay.
I didn't know you were a police officer.
Yeah, I was in dispatch for years, and then I finally got out, got let free.
Yeah. Cool.
How long were you in rehab for?
2 years.
Wow.
Still 36. Number playing the open door on an apartment. Having a neighbor that called. Did the doors been open since about 4:30. 1155 millimeter. It's apartment 11 or 12.
Good.
It's going to be below 13.
All right.
Who's out there?
Who's out there? Mitch.
It is Fritz. It's not.
Not Fritz. Sellers.
Oh, damn it.
Wow, you sound kind of excited.
It's been hankering for that. Well, I got excited for a second. Sorry, guys. I'll be late for
Somewhere safe to put this. Okay.
Is Mitch coming in here?
Nah, he was at rifle training today, so he'll be going home. You ready?
Do you have another shoe or not?
Oh, I didn't know you wanted some. I'll bring you some in just a
Well, I mean,
moment.
this one just is covered with the sock underwear.
I understand. Let's see if I got another one in there.
It's okay.
I've heard of people wearing socks with sandals before, so.
I mean, I can see this sign because you're tofu.
If you want to write your numbers down, I'll have you keep your phone in here so I can monitor what you're doing, just to get the contacts. But write your numbers on this bag, and then you can call with our phone in a moment.
Socks with sandals. What? Socks.
That's one thing I remember about you. You used to sing a lot.
Yeah.
Still does?
Yeah, I tried to encourage her earlier.
She's got a pretty good voice.
She does.
Is that the only number you want, sir? Okay.
It's my mother. If she don't answer, then I guess, I don't know. I can leave a message, I guess.
Yeah. And then if dispatch will relay any information if they call back, or if we have time, we'll see if we can get you to call her. You can pick up if you'd like. Cold?
No, it feels good.
Feels good. It's kind of muggy in here.
Because of me. It's cold in here.
Oh, you think it's cold?
Yeah. But then again, you've got layers, and we just have
Mother?
a thin shift here. So,
I'm in the jail.
Yeah, but you're used to be down those streets.
yeah, I am.
I'll be all right.
I am, but not for long.
But-
Not for much longer ago.
Well, all right.
You're doing the rap program? No.
For filming.
Should we?
So,
I don't know. I haven't. It's new, so I don't know anybody that's been through it.
claim for obstruction, but I don't understand exactly what I did wrong. So, anyway, I have to be here till Monday. So, sorry.
Court Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully Monday. I mean, I'll have court Monday, I guess. So, hopefully let me on my own recognizance or whatever. So. Okay. Well, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Thanks, sir.
Yep, no problem. Would you like a book, sir?
What do you got?
Just in that box there if you'd like to pick one out.
Okay, I've got two for Monday. Easier.
Huh?
I got 2 books. Easier.
That's a picture book.
Yeah, I can look.
You guys read them all or something?
I went back in there earlier because I already looked at it.
Oh, that one's pretty good. No.
To be continued.